I just woke up from the most incredible lucid dream that I've had in a while. I checked the clock a little bit ago, and it's almost 4 a.m. And I think I'm so inspired right now, I'm just going to get my day started. For those of you who don't know what lucid dreaming is, in a nutshell, the best I can explain is the ability to be aware of when you're dreaming and to control yourself in those dreams. So I've been a practitioner of the art of lucid dreaming. I've been interested in it my whole life. My first one I ever had was on accident when I was maybe 7 or 8, and I always thought it was just an off chance thing that I didn't know you can practice and learn. And then over the last decade, I became really interested in it and learned how to do it. And I've done all sorts of incredible things. You know, you fly and you know, I've explored tops of the mountains of high peaks and seen the world from on top of incredible mountains and found new perspective in that, and had all sorts of incredible things. My favorite one was when I chose, in my dream, chose to fly to the edge of the universe and ask this being, what's the meaning of life? And I actually won't tell you what that person told me in my dream, because I challenge you to have your own dream, lucid dream, and fly to the edge of the universe and find out. If you want a lucid dream, if you're interested, I'll leave a link to a description down below of a great book that how I learned how to lucid dream, and I brought it out just so I can share it with you. It's Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LaBerge. I've read this about 10 years ago and learned how to do it, and I promise you, if you practice everything he teaches you in that book, you'll learn how to do it yourself. But I didn't do this video this morning to talk about how to lucid dream. Maybe someday I'll do that. I just was very inspired waking up this morning. I had a big smile on my face. And the dream was very inspiring, motivating, fulfilling, put a lot of clarity into my head. And, you know, I think of often when I do have lucid dreams, I think of the difference between most people in their waking life here, right now, and their life when they're in their dreams. People in waking life tend to put limitations on themselves, and to no blame, you know, it's actually really normal. We're conditioned to think in a limited way. We're taught to think in a limited way, that we can't have this, that we can't do this, that we can't achieve this, that we can't have that body, that we can't date that girl, that we can't have $1 million, that we can't do whatever it is we want to do. But in our dreams, especially our lucid dreams, we don't have any limitations, and we don't put those limitations on ourselves. We act out our wildest fantasies in our dreams. And I'm not just talking about sexual fantasies. I mean, those too. Most people, when they lucid dream, they do two things. They either they fly, like I've done, or they'll have sex in their lucid dreams. But I'm not just talking about sexual fantasies. I'm talking about, you know, traveling to Africa and going on a safari. I'm talking about flying, skydiving. I'm talking about, you know, dating that girl that you've always thought about dating or asking out. We do those in our dreams because we don't have limitations, because we know the repercussions of trying won't arrive. But I consider, I'd have you consider, that repercussions don't mean a thing on our deathbed anyway. You know, we can live that life of what if, that's a scary thought, or we can live that life of, oh well, I tried and I went for it. So what would happen if you had a lucid dream of you snowboarding in the Himalayas and under the Northern Lights, or not, maybe not the Himalayas, or somewhere in Iceland under the Northern Lights, and then you woke up and you say, man, I really want to do that, and you book that trip to Iceland when the Northern Lights are abundant. I actually saw the Northern Lights. My lifelong dream, number one dream in life, was to see the Northern Lights, and I did that, and I booked that trip after a lucid dream. What would happen if after your lucid dream, you know, that lucid dream where you're just married to the most beautiful girl that you've always wanted to date and you've always wanted to ask out for years, what if you woke up from that dream and you said, you know what, I'm going to do it? What if we started thinking in life like we're in a lucid dream. Like what's the limitations? What is it gonna, at the end of my life, my fears aren't gonna mean anything. Just like in my lucid dream, my fears don't mean anything. There's no repercussions, right? What if we started living lucidly? What if we started using our dreams as a guide? Not just dreaming, but actually doing. Dreaming's one thing, and it's great, but these dreams, they should guide our life. I've learned so much through lucid dreaming, who I was and who I wanted to become and the crazy cool things I wanted to do. So what if we allowed our dreams to guide us in life? And what if we held ourselves, actually I'm going to challenge you to hold yourself accountable to living your dreams, to doing it. Because at the end of our life, when it all comes down to it, we're going to look back on our life, every single one of us, and inevitably, it'll be just like a dream. We'll wish we had done so many things that we never done, and I don't want to see that happen for myself, for you, or anybody. So, I don't know, I'm just really inspired. I thought I'd shoot this video and share with you my experience, and, try lucid dreaming and see where it takes you. See what crazy adventures you're going to go on, or see what your subconscious is telling you. And choose to live lucidly and incredibly, and live an extraordinary life as a result. Because I know that it's dramatically impacted the way that I view my own life and live my own life. So with that said, good morning to those of you who are up at 4 a.m. and good evening to those of you who are getting ready to go to sleep. Sweet dreams.